Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. This is the Board of Commissioners special meeting, second and final reading and public hearing on fiscal year 2024 millage rate and fiscal year 2024 budget agenda. City Clerk, we call the roll, please.
Mayor Rostick,
Present.
Vice Mayor Kerr,
Here.
Commissioner Taglerini, Commissioner McGeehan,
Here.
Commissioner Brooks. Here. All are present except for Commissioner Taglerini.
Okay, thank you. It's time for public comment for anything that's not on the current agenda. If you'd like to come forward and speak, we'd love to hear from you. Okay, next is the public hearings, ordinance 2023-31. City Attorney.
Yes, Mayor. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and read this ordinance in its entirety. This is ordinance 2023-31, an ordinance of the city of Madeira Beach, Florida, establishing the millage rate for fiscal year 2024, providing and announcing the name of the taxing authority, the rollback millage rate, the percentage increase over the rollback millage rate, and the millage rate to be levied, and providing for an effective date. Whereas Florida statutes 200.065 requires the adoption of the millage rate by separate vote and prior to the adoption of the budget. And whereas Florida statutes 200.065 requires that prior to the adoption of the millage levy ordinance, the following be publicly announced: the name of the taxing authority, the rollback millage rate, the percentage increase over the rollback millage rate, and the millage rate to be levied. And whereas in no event may the millage rate adopted exceed the millage rate tentatively adopted. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, that Section 1, the name of the taxing authority is the City of Madeira Beach. Section 2, the rollback millage rate for fiscal year 2024 is 2.4272 per $1,000. Section 3, the fiscal year 2024 proposed millage rate is 13.30% higher than the rollback rate. Section 4, the millage rate be levied for the fiscal year 2024 shall be 2.7500 per $1,000. Section 5, this ordinance shall become effective immediately upon its adoption. That was a reading of ordinance 2023-31 in its entirety.
Okay, thank you. Then next is ordinance 2020.
No, we need to go ahead and have a public hearing for that, open it up to the public, and then
Okay.
we'll have a motion and vote on this one before we move to the next.
Okay. Do we have any public comment on that? Please step forward and talk to us. No comment.
Just need a motion to approve.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve?
Yes, Mayor, this is our second reading, so I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance number 2023-31, establishing the tentative millage rate for fiscal year 2024.
Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
City Clerk, we call the roll, please.
Vice Mayor Kerr,
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks,
Yes.
Commissioner McGeehan,
Yes.
Mayor Rostick,
Yes.
motion carried 4-0.
Okay, next is ordinance 2023-32. City
Yes.
Attorney.
Thank you. I'm going to read this in its entirety as well. Ordinance 2023-32, an ordinance of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, adopting a budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2023 and ending September 30th, 2024, and providing for an effective date. Whereas Florida statutes 166.241 requires the adoption of a budget each fiscal year. And whereas the amount available from taxation and other sources, including balances brought forward from prior years, must equal the total appropriations for expenditures and reserves. And whereas at a minimum, the adopted budget must show for each fund, as required by law and sound financial practices, budgeted revenues and expenditures by organizational unit, which are at least at the level of detail required for the annual financial report required under Florida statute 218.32(1). And whereas the adopted budget must regulate expenditures of the municipality, and an officer of the municipal government may not expend or contract for expenditures in any fiscal year except as pursuant to the adopted budget. And whereas the City of Madeira Beach fiscal year 2024 budget is balanced, is presented at the level of detail required to file the annual financial report and shall regulate expenditures of the city for the period beginning October 1, 2023, and ending September 30th, 2024. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, that Section 1, the budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2023, and ending September 30th, 2024, attached hereto as Exhibit A, is hereby adopted. Section 2, this ordinance shall become effective immediately upon its adoption. That was the reading of ordinance 2023-32 in its entirety.
Thank you. Is there any public comment on this at this time? Please step forward. Okay, no public comment. Do you have a motion?
Yes, Mayor, based on this being the second reading, I'd like to make a motion to pass ordinance 2023-32, adopting the budget for fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2023, and ending September 30th, 2024.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
City Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Vice Mayor Kerr,
Yes.
Commissioner McGeehan,
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks,
Yes.
Mayor Rostack.
Yes.
The motion carried 4-0.
Okay, time is 5:52 hours. This meeting is adjourned.